and welcome back to the world of Arklands and to Mai's Academy. When we last left our heroes in training, why, thank you, Ryan, for volunteering. Where did we last leave our heroes in training?
Hang on, unfortunately, I forgot that I had turned my sound on my phone because I was working.
Double volunteer.
Oh, wow. He volunteered for next week.
Yeah. All right, so what did we do last time? It's been a whole 2 weeks, ladies and
We fought a bear.
gentlemen.
That
It was
3
a
weeks
bear.
ago.
I'm giving the intro. Shut up. Thank you. And now Trey is going to fill everybody in. Go ahead.
After arriving back at Mai's Academy after a successful mission,
You let him get away with that?
Shut up. Unless you want to be volunteered.
I acknowledge that Ryan did not remember at all what happened last session, and so
fair.
I'm doing what I need to.
That's fair. That's fair.
After a successful mission, only taking less than 36 hours, the team arrived back at school and had a bit of time to decompress. After a brief, ill-advised trip due to some fungus,
You make it sound worse than it is.
that's the idea.
Party.
The party was able to take a long rest. And that is where we return for tonight's episode. Welcome back. So,
Real glad that wasn't recorded. Even though it kind of technically was.
It was. I will get to
You
see
all
it.
will never know.
Maybe.
Unless you
there'll
join
be
our
a
Patreon.
compilation one day.
We don't have a page.
So,
Dang it, that's right, we do.
yet. Amy,
Yeah.
Ari wanted to speak to Lord Deer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So excited.
You're not even there. You don't sleep. You're dead. Shut up.
I'm commenting as a player, enjoying interactions at the table.
I have no comeback for that.
Make a wisdom check, please. We are in top form tonight.
I'm always in top form. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a classic Arklands.
Is this because we leveled up?
Uh-huh.
So is this before or after we level up?
Oh,
Because that makes a difference.
Technically, this would be before.
All right, so that's an 11.
An 11? Mm-hmm. Okay.
crud.
Yeah, you lay down and slip into the elven trance that you are very used to, and intentionally let yourself sink deeper until you are asleep.
Don't follow the lines. I still
No, you get those at 5th level.
Yeah, you're level 4, bro.
Oh,
hoity-toity, you won't get 3rd level spells yet. I still don't have 2nd.
You chose Big Stick over Magical Doodads.
I did, and I like Big Stick. Big Stick is simple.
We know you like Big Stick. First Einar's extendable rod.
Now Cass's summonable spear.
Yeah, that he can split. Ow.
The ow is what didn't take you through. Everything else is like, I can let this go. And then you and then that.
What? It becomes 2 weapons. Ow. Twice the damage.
I'll give you another. Twice the damage. Ari,
Yes.
you find yourself standing on an infinite sea of darkness. A very familiar place for you. Well then, Feels like it's been longer than... No matter. How are you doing?
It's good to see you.
Always a pleasure.
I think I'm doing well. I have so much to tell you. And she fills him in on all the details of the mission that they just went on. I meant to say this before she fell asleep. She would have written down the story of Oliver.
Okay.
And retells that to Lord Deer.
Sure.
This pale beast we encountered and given to Oliver by a necromancer called himself Death. Obviously...
Bit ostentatious.
A bit. Obviously not the spirit of death. But Crow ate a little bit of that mushroom that we found in the attic. She's like that.
All right.
And that night she had a sort of dream where she was in a desert and saw who we think was the necromancer, Death. He was riding on a pale horse with skeletal mushrooms.
Much like the bear.
Much like the bear, yes. And when we got... And she sleptwalk while she had the dream. She doesn't normally sleepwalk. And she also doesn't normally sleep. So she tells me. Or she has trouble sleeping. Which, I don't know if that's something you can help with either. Someone has trouble sleeping.
Take your one.
But, anyway, so she had that dream and sleptwalk seemed to connect almost. And then when we got back to the school, she had brought a little sample of the mushroom with her, and Elle tried to psychically connect to it somehow.
I communed with the shrooms.
You're making it sound worse than I did.
And almost immediately he passed out for a couple hours and had a very similar dream.
The exact same, actually. Sorry.
Could have been the same. But he saw in the desert. So I don't know if they were technically dreams or if it's some other kind of connection that they might be having.
The fact that it was such a shared experience, it being a dream is not outside the realm of possibility, but it also, there's a number of things it could be. The pale beast, the bear, and the
Horse.
steed, the horse. With them being fungus, fungus tend to have a very interconnected existence. Can have mushrooms sprouting up in all different places in a forest that are all part of one singular organism. I wonder if they were each able to tap into that network, as it were.
That is an interesting theory.
As for whether or not it was a dream, perhaps that was the easiest way for their minds to comprehend it.
I know there's some higher level magic that allows someone to tap into another creature's dreams. And one day I'll have to ask you about teaching me how to do that. But I don't... Is it possible that this was that kind of magic or something similar? Or how would an
Considering
individual...
that Elios fell unconscious, I don't believe that's something that is in the purview of that magic. Nor is the idea of controlling one's actions while they sleep. For your friend Crow, I'm reminded of a particularly nasty type of fungus. Controls the body of the insects that it infects, causes them to seek the highest perch they can find. Obviously, that was not Crow's instruction, but being unconscious, her mind in this dream, whatever it may be, while her body was not under her control. I have a inkling that those things might be connected.
Thank you. I think that's very helpful. I don't know, I don't remember this out of character, if Aerie made the connection that the necromancer is likely a druid. I know we determined that it was nature-based magic.
Yeah. So it's... nature-based magic would typically either be, fae, be that the necromancer is a fairy, a druid, or a ranger.
Yeah.
So... There are some exceptions and additional things. Like some Oath of the Ancient Paladins would be natural magic as opposed to divine. But those are the exceptions, not the rule.
Since it's nature-based magic, I wonder if the mushrooms could have come from Feywild.
Potentially. Would not be my area of expertise.
Because the Fey also dabble in dreams.
They are, competitors, as it were, with my kind.
You've helped a lot. Lots of good theories we can run with and do a little bit more research on figuring out
Now,
the source.
if all that is quite finished,
Yes.
let's have some tea.
Yes. I imagine they were drinking tea while this was
No
happening.
pot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you spend a little while longer. You probably lose,
Asking him questions.
Yeah.
And,
catching up.
yeah.
Because
What's he been doing hanging out in the Sea of Dreams?
He does tell you a bit about the young woman that he is bound to as a dream spirit.
He's bound to a Kalashtar.
To a Kalashtar bloodline.
Yes.
Oh.
And the current heir to that bloodline, as it were, who's the primary, kind of the center of attention.
Mm-hmm.
It's nowhere near as romantic as I initially thought.
No.
But, okay.
More like he's her fairy godparent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like that's
Very good
you trying to get revenge for the... Oh, he's my other half.
Not quite. But he does tell you a bit about her. Her being in Waimarie. Of a similar age to, well, not to you, but to your friends and
Yeah.
all that.
We that main hero age.
Mm-hmm.
Main protag. Main character.
Classic, 18 to 20-year-old.
Yeah. Not realistic at all.
Yes, and the,
No.
emitting radiant breath from your mouth, totally realistic.
Oh, completely.
Healing wounds with a song and
100%.
oh, yeah.
All wounds healed with a good night's rest.
God, I wish it were me.
Good night's rest would be great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I haven't had one of those in a while.
The rest of the dream is spent in an enjoyable conversation before you wake up. And it being the next morning, most of the other teams have set out by now.
Oh, yeah, they have to go do their stuff.
Yeah.
Quick! Speedy Gonzalez!
Have fun storming the castle.
You think they'll make it?
It would take a miracle. Bye-bye!
So, like, there are still classes this week, but
Watch it.
that you're expected to be at if you're there for it, but none of it's going to be like critical.
Do we get in trouble if we don't show up?
For your sake, yes. We'll start the habit now.
What's the attendance policy of the school?
Don't die.
Well, even that, I think.
So I'm scot-free, right? I already broke the rules.
He thought about that for a little too long.
The attendance policy is you don't know when there's going to be an exam or not. And if you miss an exam,
So,
They never
you
said.
can risk it, but it would be unwise.
If someone reminds
So Crow will do it.
She might go.
Aaron goes to every single class.
so
If you're
is there
drags her to
anything,
class, she'll
as
show
it
up.
is the morning of the 30th of the month of Hala, it's the third day of the week. You got the back half of the week. Is there anything that you specifically want to do?
El rolled a pretty good history check because he
Okay.
thought of something while he was sleeping. I imagine he's like conked out, and then all of a sudden, like Kronk does in the middle of the night.
And hits his head on something, therefore taking the 4 damage because you take that after your long rest.
Yes.
There you go.
He goes, if Crow ate the fungus and moved around and she was walking somewhere, but I did not, I wonder if that has importance of some kind.
Incredible.
Yep. An interesting observation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He will share in the morning.
Yeah. Aerie shares everything that Lord Deer told her.
Do you include Cass in this?
If he's up.
Is he up?
I mean, they might just
Take a
be.
con check.
We're just talking.
Oh my gosh, am I setting up everything? I forgot to pull out my dice.
Noah.
Wow.
That's like the most crucial element to the game besides that one.
I know. And,
Yeah.
This wouldn't be the first time I've done this either.
Wait, what was it? Gee, what a shock! You need dice to play D&D. We quote ourselves with that cringe. I mean, awesome.
I mean, it could just be because we're funny.
Elizabeth has mentioned how
3.
much it's great.
Yeah, you are funny. Funny looking.
3?
Yes.
You are zonked.
So Cat still has no idea what's going on.
Nope.
Amazing.
He does not know that Elle tried to talk to mushrooms.
With his mind.
That's basically what happened.
Honestly, I think if you told
Elle attempted
Cass
to
that,
psychically communicate with mushrooms.
if you told Cass that, he'd be like, yeah, you know what? I'm not surprised.
See, here's
by
the fun
anything
part.
at all.
Most people have to consume them before they try that. Elle didn't have
That's what
to.
Crow did.
Psychic connection.
So,
That's
with
bad.
Caspian zonked out.
Should we include Cass on this?
Nah.
No. Okay.
Did you expect any different answer from Crow?
No, not at all. You don't like him, do you?
All he's gonna do is judge us. Make assumptions and comments that are not necessary for the conversation we're trying to have.
Did it occur to you that that is what he's been trained to do? That is his entire personality, his character?
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
I didn't say it wasn't, but the difference is I understand that that's where it's coming from, and I excuse some of it because I know that it is who he is.
Well, and you better fix it.
Why can't you?
Fix him?
Yeah,
Was it challenge?
it can be. Are you too
No
much of a
thanks.
wuss to take it?
I have better things to do with my time.
You have all the time. You're dead.
Crow's dead.
Oh yeah, she's dead.
Always.
No, she's like actually dead, not just, her eyes and her soul.
I'm glad you get my humor now.
You do feel a little cold.
That would have terrified you, Cass. Do it when he wakes up. Crow, you have to stand right in front of his door so when he opens it, you just go and freak him out.
I could do that.
And I go to Cass, I need you. Something is not right with Crow.
What else is new?
No, like from what Grave talked to us about. You need to get out here now.
What?
For the record, that is the first time Crow has realized.
She thinks he's joking.
I inspire Crow for this performance check.
Alright. Well,
That's
Cass,
inevitably coming.
Make a performance check.
Cass will put on his robe and open the door.
And add a.
D6.
-1 and then D6.
What happens when you apply?
17.
It's a thing.
Let's see.
17.
If it's an ability check, isn't it like...
I think you roll
It can be rolled
twice.
again. So yeah, and then you choose which ones you can roll that.
So what'd you get on it the first time?
Wait, what?
So you can roll the Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic
die.
Inspiration die.
Twice. I got a 5 on it.
You get a 5. So roll again.
Give me a
See if you get a
6.
6.
Nope. That's
Nope.
Alright.
So, 17.
What am I rolling? A wisdom save?
So what does Caspian do? He's been
puts
told.
on his robe and he goes to open the door.
Crow, is like shuffling along, towards him. Caspian. And then she just collapses on the ground and starts crying.
Yeah, let's go wisdom save.
Let's see. That's a 7 on the die. Cass, half asleep, just goes, what? And like rushes forward to
She
do a
reaches
medicine
and like,
check.
grabs his
Ah!
ankle.
Bats her away. Crow, what is happening?
This is your
Hey, you
fault.
What do you mean? It's like get grave.
It's your fault.
What do you mean? And Cass will try casting his 5 points of his lay on hands to do like a cure condition. And obviously nothing.
Nothing happens, but She starts like wheezing on the ground, like pretending that like her strength is fading, still holding his ankle.
Get Grave! Why are you standing there?
You need to make a perception check.
You need to make a deception check.
I voluntarily fail it. Because Elle is just in the corner on the floor holding his sides laughing at the moment.
Let's see how well Cass is able to perceive that when he's frantically... Should that be a disadvantage? he's kind of frantic right now.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, let's see. That's a 2 and a 3. Cass does not even notice.
Yeah, that's a
What is Ari doing?
Ari gets up to go get Grave. That's what Cass said to do.
What? So, okay, you...
This is the greatest idea I've ever had.
You take the portal. You go to Graves' office.
That was awesome.
The door to his apartment is open. He is currently standing there in normal-ish clothes. Like he usually wears like a white button up with the sleeves rolled up. He's got the button up, but it's unbuttoned. He's got an undershirt on beneath it. The sleeves are still kind of like rolled down and a little bit wrinkled.
Hot boy professor, yes.
He's currently making coffee. What do you say to him? Oh, good morning.
Good morning. Elle and Crow are pulling a prank on Cass, pretending that Crow is undead.
Let's make sure that he doesn't kill her.
I'm gonna make a general insight
How?
check.
She's already dead.
Just
How'd you kill the zombies?
I do deal radiant.
okay, yeah. Ari doesn't know how seriously to take this, so she does not tell Grave to play along.
Grave is also not joking about that. There is a legitimate possibility in his mind that Caspian's brain goes, oh, she's turning.
Wait 6 weeks to do this!
Best prank ever.
Grave will go through the portal and kind of just...
Sees Elle laughing on the ground.
Meanwhile, Cass has his back turned to the door and is like trying to like
Crow
shake
is
her.
holding his
Like
ankles, clawing at him.
he's like trying to like half restrain her and half like try and just like shake her and be like, breathe, just breathe, and like casting various spells for cast to cure wounds.
This would just be too great.
Does he have
Can
any kind
you
of
make a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
Oh no! That's a 19 on the die.
No.
Plus 2.
No.
We're gonna get complaints
that
from
obviously-
our upstairs and downstairs
Obviously
neighbors.
beats it. Yeah.
What did you cast?
Reduce.
On Caspian?
So all of a sudden, she starts to grow in front of him.
You just
Cast
cast
a
it
large-
large on Crow.
I can do. Okay,
He can
let's,
finally be the tallest person
actually,
in the room.
then let's do that. I cast him large on Crow.
So beneath your grasp, she just starts growing.
Cass is gonna back up. And he's gonna cast Shield of Faith on himself. Crow?
This is what you've done. This is you.
I don't know what I did! Elf! Grave! What's happening?
I would like you to take 3 seconds and look at Elios.
He's a crumpled mess, just laughing hysterically. He was barely able to hold concentration on enlarge. He's laughing so hard.
You woke me up with that
Elle's idea.
for a laugh.
It was worth it.
Crow gets up.
Caspian, would you like some coffee?
He doesn't need any. The adrenaline was enough.
I've never touched the ceiling before.
I'll leave it up for the duration.
Does a...
Yes.
Okay.
My
Just
armor class
making
is
sure.
12.
It's a flat 20. You take 5 damage.
Oh, no!
What are you hitting with?
My fist.
Hey, roll again.
Asshole. That's an 11.
That misses!
Plus 6.
Oh, man!
17.
That's unfortunate.
So yes, I still deck you across the face.
Yes, but...
And then I immediately heal him for 5 points with lay on hands.
I like to think that it's the lay on hands and the punch are the same. So
Yes.
it's a self-healing wound. You just sock him in the jaw and it immediately just...
But,
That was rude.
I thought it was rather entertaining.
Crow, you
Thank
now have
you.
advantage on the next attack roll, ability check or saving throw within the next minute.
Yeah.
Wait,
She's
that wasn't an inspiration. You cast silvery
I
barbs.
silver barbs him.
Cass walks up to Crow.
she looks down at him.
Never hit a woman. Never hit a woman. This is what you're taught. And Cass walks back into his room and slams the door.
You're going to have to learn to do that.
Not helping Grave.
I could get away with so much.
I know what Crow deserves.
Cass will actually get ready for the day and pop out a few minutes later.
Grave will sit down at the table.
How long does
1 minute.
Marge? 1 minute. Okay, we'll be gone by then.
Yep.
So should I call you Raven? In comparison,
Because crows are...
very similar but larger.
Oh, I get it. I don't, but...
I mean, it sounds cool. I don't care.
And then it drops. Hey, look, it's Crow.
There she is.
How often can you cast that?
3 times a day.
Noted. That was a really
If
good
I
trip
don't
on
do
my
anything else with
confidence.
with those. But actually, it'd be a pretty good offensive spell to cast on you. I'll keep
Or
that in
Caspian.
mind. Hey. His head's big enough. Well,
If it's an issue of a big head, then I don't think either of them is a valid target.
good point. That was funny.
Once Caspian is finished getting ready,
He will come out looking extraordinarily grumpy.
standing off on that coffee.
I've also made tea.
You're such a sweet and
Tea
caring
on the cake.
person.
If that weren't condescending, I would like to hear it.
But hey, you were genuinely concerned for her.
Of course I was.
He was genuinely concerned. He cares about you.
Aww.
Remember that.
Cute.
It's adorable, yes.
Grave, I hate them.
He also didn't try to kill you, which is what Grave was afraid might happen.
You were afraid I'd kill her.
You were afraid he'd kill her.
Look,
Actually, I can see it.
Look,
Kill would be a strong word.
Crow and
That's what
I
you said.
have our
Make sure you-
differences, but I have no intention of killing her.
even if I was
Kill
turning,
her.
what if I turned the same things as
Again.
zombies we fought?
I
Would
would
you
have
kill
no
an undead?
desire to.
Yeah.
There's plenty of magic in the world. We could figure a way to, bring her back. Those bodies, they'd been dead for a long time. Long time.
As in the spirits summoned from Hades certainly don't help the process.
I did not know that's how it works, and I'm slightly more freaked out now.
Wait, spirits summoned from Hades?
That's how most necromancy functions, yes.
Most.
So they have a big party? Is that what you're saying? They summon, hey, come back up to the material
Someone's
plane and
gonna
have fun.
animate the
Less backup. Hades is kind of a representation of all evil.
It's
So diagonal up?
the planes aren't necessarily directly up or down.
My point it's not people returning to life with necromancy. It is a entity born of Hades animating a body.
Oh. Still wigs me out.
I believe that's the intent.
So what are you?
Cat's
What?
out of the bag then. Or crows out of the
Crows out of the grave. Ow. Worth it.
So, what are we doing today? A day off?
Well, if you'd like it, you're entitled to it.
Do we have to
Classes.
fill out mission reports?
Also, I forgot to say, I'm gonna make an insight check on L.
For what?
Whether or not L is in the loop about her being undead. Because Crow doesn't know that. The first time he said it, she immediately shrugged it off as, oh, he's joking because, oh, I'm dead inside. You know, that's Crow's kind of humor. But now that he's brought it up twice, she's thinking,
What'd you roll?
that's a 17.
18. 9 plus
18?
9.
Okay, so she can't tell.
Cass,
Are you trying to hide that you know?
I guess that would be deception then, wouldn't it?
I mean,
Or
Cass did
persuasion.
also hit him,
Would it be performance?
so it might kind of give away that Cass also knows that Elle knows.
I don't think that L is trying to hide it.
Then I would say,
He
well,
wouldn't roll.
so with a but if that's persuasion, then with a 17, you definitely, yeah.
Okay.
He is making jokes about something he is aware of.
And Crow quickly moves the conversation away.
Yeah. And Ari took what he said literally, so, you know.
Well then, from how I understand it, the rest of this week is available to you to go to classes. You are not required to be there, but
What's the point?
To learn things?
The purpose of the classes is to teach you and prepare you for the world.
So why is it optional if we're here to learn?
Well, I am guessing that many of the subjects and topics covered this week will be repeated next week, when everyone that was on a mission this week is guaranteed to have returned, and the second batch are gone. But
What is a
reinforcement.
class like?
Well, I mean, not too different than what you've had the past 6
Oh, that's right.
weeks.
Sorry, I forgot that the 6 weeks we have been to classes
Yeah.
before. Otherwise, Crow would have no clue what it's going to
Yeah.
be like.
But that is an important note. At the end of next week, you will have to select your elective course, as it were, and which teacher and skills you would like to receive specialized training.
Oh, was that the skills that I can't remember her name. Showed us how to strike from a distance,
Samira?
things like that.
No, the other side of it. Idris,
Oh,
Morning,
right.
Renaissance, and
Oh, I'm really hoping to learn those techniques.
those will not be this year.
Oh, all
It's
right.
something to strive for.
Understood.
But the after you have this week, next week the second batch of teams go out on their mission. There's 1 week after that, and then your midterm break. When you return from the midterm break, that is when your specialized classes will begin. So you must have decided prior to the end of this first half of the semester.
Are we
Understood.
required to go home for midterm break?
No, you can stay. You can visit home. You can take a trip somewhere if you like. The school's facilities are not. Students cannot just choose their location. However, if there's someone that lives nearby where you would like to visit and they happen to be going home, then you are welcome to hitch a ride, as it were. But you are also welcome to stay. The school will be in full operation during that time. Not just no classes running. So, what would you like to do?
Well, I think it might be rather redundant if we were to go to the classes for the rest of this week and then have to attend the same lectures next week.
Less lectures, more practical. I know. Let's see, is she on either of these missions? No, she is. I know Tempest has some fun drills in mind.
What kind of drills?
I believe tomorrow he's planning to have teams fight while standing on bamboo poles.
Sounds
That
interesting.
Sounds very unpleasant.
I'm certain it will be.
Is that more for teaching skill or for his entertainment? I take it that's a yes.
Yes.
You've never had to fight while trying to keep your balance on something.
I imagine you will
poles.
have
He's
Just
a walking
very
trash
feet.
man. What do you expect?
Eddie, you know I don't really fight, so...
The metal. That's what I'm
I
referring
was
to.
speaking more towards
I
Cass,
feel like
but I assume
there's
that
a lot
you
of
really did.
unwarranted aggression toward me today.
I don't expect you to be balanced.
No, whatever.
Her, on the other end. Yeah.
Eddie's very good. Like,
Nimble.
really good.
Well,
What
I
are
will
you
leave.
teaching? What are you teaching? You're a teacher.
Well, I don't think he was scheduled to teach any classes this week, given that we were supposed to be on a mission.
Exactly.
So you get the week off because of us.
A bit, yes.
Cool.
Speaking of, I will let you return to your already eventful morning. I'll be in my office if you need me. He seizes himself from the table and returns to his office.
For the record, I knew you would not actually, kill her. You'd be
He
concerned.
couldn't if he tried.
Ah,
Oh, you want to test that?
I suppose
Not
if you're
really,
already
no.
dead, then
As I said before, I have no intention of killing you.
no, but having you two fight one another would be a good way to, one, bond, but two, learn more about your strengths, weaknesses,
Wouldn't be
attacks,
fair right
patterns.
now. He dumped a bunch of magic on me already.
It's
I
just-
want him at full. We're gonna compete.
That's fair, I am down a couple spell slots.
That's
If the
your
two-
fault.
the two of them fight. Would it be beneficial for the two of us to also fight?
That'd be interesting.
I would never fight you. Doesn't.
Spar. Does that help?
Nope. Nope.
No fun.
I would.
I'll fight her.
Look, I don't hurt people to begin with.
She'd probably kick my ass, but I'll fight her.
Well,
She
you
would.
have
She would
good amount
annihilate
of
you.
distance you can get on me. Can't run up walls just yet, so
Most people normally don't.
She's trying. She'll get there.
I'm working my way towards it.
It's a thing of balance, right?
She's close.
Yeah.
I've watched her try. It's very funny.
I did a good job with
You
jumping on
did.
the heads of those zombies.
Yes. Oh, that was impressive.
He's
Why
welcome to
I-
check out the bucket list.
Yeah, I think doing the fighting each other on poles would be interesting.
You're welcome to do it. I don't intend to be male laughing stock.
I am not going to stand on a pole. I don't. It's weird.
Maybe I'll see if I can just do a one-on-one match with that. What are you rolling?
Do you want to 1v1 Crow right now or no? Well, not now, obviously, but...
No, I don't have to. I do still want to try your gun at some point.
Yeah, we can go to the range. They got a
Ooh,
target.
that's a
range
good
here.
idea. L now has something he wants to do.
Oh.
I'm telling the DM. He does not say that out loud.
Okay.
Refers to self in the third person.
Yes, he does.
Crow has a plan.
So, what is it that L wants to do?
Oh, L wants to go back to, what house was it? The house with the forge?
Kyle?
Kyle. Yeah. And see if, because their second and third years are there, right? It's only the first years out on mission at the
And
moment.
even then, as you know, both teams from the House Kaio are currently out.
But Salamander should still be there, right?
Sigalora?
Yeah.
He is, yes.
Sealora sounds so much like Salamander to me.
He is a salamander.
I know. That's
So
why.
it works out.
I just call him Salamander.
Don't let him hear you say that. All right, human.
Hey. Okay.
So,
So that's what he's doing.
L leaves for House Kaio.
I mean,
I'm going to go research some mushrooms if you'd like to come.
Why are you
What kinds?
researching mushrooms? That's such an oddly specific thing to do.
they're great to eat.
Yeah, the kind that she ate.
Give you really interesting dreams.
I feel like L hasn't
Like-
left yet. Oh yeah, and I talked to them.
Ah, you guys are so weird.
Yes.
I
I
spoke
don't understand.
Cass. And in your head you hear, I spoke to the mushroom with my mind.
It's actually really interesting. Want to listen sometime?
No, I don't want to try them. And
What if I
Elle,
got them for you?
honestly, after what you did to Solomon, yeah.
Do you want to come research mushrooms with me?
Not particularly.
Were you just
Why would-
reading about it?
Yeah. I think it would be beneficial if I went and picked up some new potions.
Alright.
So you come around after all.
Well, we did use 3 of them,
I didn't use one.
and I should probably... I didn't want to ask, but I should probably ask for an increase in my stipend.
How much do the potions cost?
50 gold apiece.
And that's a lot?
Well, yes. We consumed in a day 150 gold worth of potions. You don't think that's a lot?
I really...
Do you think that's a lot? Yeah.
I've just
How do
never
you not
really used
understand?
money
That's a
that much
deception
before.
check.
Well,
That's a
here,
13 on deception.
Ari pulls out 10 gold.
No,
you go.
it's okay. You don't have to. I can purchase them. I don't understand why you don't think that's a lot of money.
I just don't use money that often. I never really bought things before.
I mean, I'll take it.
Don't. Why are you taking advantage?
Ari gives you 10 gold.
I'll make good use of it.
Oh my.
She has 0 gold.
Ari's never bought things before. She's never had to. Like, she knows.
She bought a rock.
Yeah. But
Otherwise-
She's never had to buy anything expensive.
yeah, that was like 5 silver, and she's like, okay, that seems like a reasonable price. I guess. Things just cost what they cost, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like talking about money with a toddler.
Yes.
Where it's like
That's true.
$1,000 could, like, they don't really have a concept
It could be
of
anything.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
It could buy them one, thing of goldfish crackers,
Yeah.
or it could buy a mansion.
Yeah.
They don't know.
They have no idea.
Exactly.
Their parents are the ones that buy
Like
them the
pennies-
$150
pennies
Lego
are great.
sets, right?
Pennies,
That's
like-
great.
You know. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to buy things, so they don't really have a concept of money.
Cass is already exhausted.
The day has only just begun.
Yeah, the day hasn't even started. He's just like, oh, I want to go to sleep again.
I am going out. I'll grab some potions.
Might have an errand to
Is
run.
there anything you want? Anything reasonable you want? I don't know why
Look,
I
I
feel
have
the
money.
need
I
to
can
say
run my
that.
own errands.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna go out as well.
Right. Well, I will be leaving in like 10 minutes.
So to resolve that first, because that is the easiest one by far. How many do you buy?
I'm going to purchase. How much gold do I have? I'm going to purchase 5, and I'm going to
Dang.
later that afternoon. What would be the best way for me to contact my family? Through letter or
A letter would probably do it.
Okay.
You could get if it's an emergency, you could get a teacher to do sending.
Asking for money for Cass is an emergency.
While he's out, I think he will. Because with sending stones, do you have to have another sending stone to be able to receive?
Usually they come in pairs.
Yes, there's a lot of different variants of them. Would Caspian have been given one?
Well, at this point, I think you've taken over more of what his dad is like than I initially designed. So I would say that would be up to you. I don't think it's out of the question. I mean, that's
Whether the target is the bearer of the other stone.
Yeah, I think that would be for you, dependent on whether or not you think that Cass's family would make that like a standard thing. Like, oh, you're going out? Well, take a sending stone with you.
Yeah, I think there's one half of a pair in your bag.
Okay. Does it
Cass's mom like that one like group of moms that installs the tracking app on her kids' cell phones?
No, I don't think they're quite like that.
No, it's more just like, okay, you got your phone on you? Good.
Yep. It's like, all right, if you need us, call us. You know.
Yep.
So I think Cass would like send to whether it's his mom or his dad, or if it's Gerald. I wouldn't be surprised if Gerald's just the one who handles those calls and is like, oh, Master Tenant. But yeah, he would send home being like, I hate to ask this, but I've already spent my gold on healing potions. Could I perchance
is one word.
get some more?
Roll me a d6.
D6, okay. Is this for who's receiving the call? It's a 4.
4? Mm-hmm. Okay. You hear your mom's voice.
Okay.
Oh! Well, there are definitely worse things you could be spending it on. Will you need it before the midterm break?
We only have one more mission.
There's no more missions before then.
Oh, there aren't?
Yeah.
It's just class.
No, I think we should be fine. We already finished our first mission.
Technically speaking, the sending stones only work once per day.
Oh, okay.
That's true.
In which case, I wouldn't be able to reply to that. So,
So I think
She would know
she would
that.
say it as, if so, ask again tomorrow.
okay. In which case, he'd be like, "All right, cool. I don't have to ask again."
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Love
he is-
you.
he will say back, although he knows she won't hear it. He'll be like, "Love you too, Mom." But he is down to a measly 40 gold. But you're welcome, guys. So Cass is now in possession of 5.
Nice.
Nice.
Very good.
Nice.
So what is Crow doing? Research on mushrooms, going to House Kaio, buying potions. What is Crow
She
doing?
was debating helping with the mushroom research.
Yeah.
And pranking Cass by getting him some actual mushrooms and being like, this is what we tried. But I'm gonna roll a wisdom on whether or not she actually goes through with that. That's a 19, so she's not gonna do that. She's gonna go to the Copper Captain.
Okay.
She's just gonna buy like a jar of peanut butter.
Before
Alright.
you leave,
Just the jar. That's it.
Ari,
Roll me a d20.
19.
19. Okay. It's actually like decent quality.
Okay.
It's like it's not too tacky.
Yep.
Or anything like that.
it's store brand.
So you to spend a copper.
Oh, I haven't really change for that.
Yeah,
Before
9 silver and 9 copper change.
you leave, Crow, you value your privacy, correct?
She jumps.
Whoa.
When it comes to things like that, yes. Where the hell did you come from?
I've been sitting right here.
She
But
said
this is before you
Crow
left.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I completely missed that part.
I
busy.
want that exact encounter to happen exactly as it did,
Okay.
though. Crow in her room, like looking for money or something, and
No,
Ari
she
just
has money. I think she was just like standing like
Because
doing
Crow's not in her room
something.
at the moment.
Yeah, she was doing something.
Yeah.
You know, she sensed other people disperse the room, so she thinks, okay, I'm standing alone in the room, and then voice right behind her.
Aries like just she like that socially awkward person that stands a little bit too close. It's not much.
Either she stands a little too close or a little too far away, but
Exactly.
it's awkward either way.
Yeah.
Correct.
this
Usually it's a little
instance-
too far away.
Yeah.
I saw Al go into your room. Seemed mischievous in intent, but I figured you value your privacy, so you would want to know.
Are you jealous?
Why would you be jealous?
Your guy just walked into another girl's room? That's why you're asking, right?
No, you seem to have mischievous intent. So,
Her question stands.
I assure you, Ari, there's nothing going on.
all right. Well, if you're not concerned about it, then that's fine.
both of them.
Oh man.
Both of you taking inspiration for that.
All right.
That's absolutely brilliant.
I love
Four.
the low EQ.
And they part their own ways.
Yeah, Ari goes to research mushrooms.
Yep. So you go down, the Copper Captain.
Butter.
You
Yep.
buy your peanut butter. Go ahead and make me a nature check.
A nature check?
So where are you?
I'm looking in books.
You
I
look at
heard
books?
I heard him say a charisma check.
Okay, if you're just looking in the
Thank you.
Yeah.
library, we can start with investigation.
All right, cool.
Investigate away.
Ooh, that's a 19 for a total of 21.
All right. Is
Why-
there
why-
something you find? You go to every house tower kind of has its own resources and library. The library in House Sarada is probably the biggest and has the widest variety. But with this current subject in mind, you go to the Tower of House Akar. You are able to find encyclopedias, studies, and research, and all sorts of stuff. What are you looking for?
I am looking for the type of mushroom that Lord Deer mentioned that controls
Yeah, that would be the cordyceps.
cordyceps. And I'm also looking for mushrooms used in necromancy as like components. I'm looking for fey mushrooms.
Are those called fushrooms?
No.
Oh.
Cease.
They're just fey shrooms.
Ooh. They're sold by Fushrooms. That's the store brand name. But they're fish rooms.
I'm looking for mushrooms that are very pale color.
Okay. I will say...
I'm looking for just what types
So
of
you're
mushrooms
trying
could
to
be connected.
identify what mushrooms were used for the Pale Beast.
Yes.
Understood.
So I'm kind of pulling all these different things together and trying to figure out and connect dots because I don't know if it's going to be one
There
particular type.
are a number of near matches. You find pale mushrooms, but that don't grow in the right way. You find mushrooms that do grow in the right way, but don't have the right coloration. You find a lot of, distinct species. They're parasitic ones, like the cordyceps fungi has like 600 different species within that genus. So there's a lot.
Yes.
None of them are a perfect match to what you observed.
Okay. Anything about mushrooms connected to necromancy or the Feywild? Ideally
You
both.
do find. I'll say make it. I would say that's a different investigation check. So
Okay.
go ahead and make me another one.
I'm gonna use one of my inspirations.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna re-roll this one. At literally the same number.
That's what happens whenever we use
gonna use
inspiration.
another one.
It sucks.
Uh-oh.
You gotta change the
Unless,
dice.
unless it's
She
against
did.
another player. It's the only time it changes.
Natural
Freaking
20.
20.
There we
Oh,
go.
there it is.
Wow.
Who would do that? Who would use an inspiration against their own teammate?
You are able to find a first-hand account, a journal written by the leader of a druid circle. And that circle was a circle of spores, which is the strongest connection you find to that. So you have a full, in-depth account of how that magic works, the different rituals that are used, and things like that.
Like that necromancy magic using mushrooms?
So with the circle of spores, I'm just going to read you this part, which is from the official, actual description. Druids of the circle of spores find beauty in decay. They see within mold and other fungi the ability to transform lifeless material into abundant, albeit somewhat strange, life. These druids believe that life and death are parts of a grand cycle, with one leading to the other and then back again. Death isn't the end of life, but instead a change of state that sees life shift into a new form. Druids of the circle have a complex relationship with the undead. Unlike most other druids, they see nothing inherently wrong with undeath, which they consider to be a companion to life and death. But these druids believe that the natural cycle is healthiest when each segment of it is vibrant and changing. Undead that seek to replace all life with undeath, or that try to avoid passing to a final rest, violate the cycle and must be thwarted. The inherent spells of the Circle of Spores also includes Animate Dead, and one of the main class features of that subclass is the symbiotic entity, which is sharing. It's not undead, but it's having a symbiotic relationship with spores and fungus within yourself. Also, you can just infest a corpse and turn it into a zombie as an inherent ability of the Circle of Spores. So, yeah, lots of... You find a lot of connections there.
So he seems to be a Circle of Spores druid.
Almost certainly. Or at the very least, that would match up. And like a lot of the writings and thematic trends match up. There's nothing that is like, oh, well, this doesn't actually match up. It's literally just a beat for beat, everything you read and look at. It's like, yeah, that fits. Now, there's nothing to account for the personality of this entity that calls himself Death, but in terms of pure magic and ability, 100%. The furious typing.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Information.
Yes, I spend my day researching mushrooms. And also just looking at the other plants that are there while, once I find what I'm looking for.
Understandable.
Elle. As you are heading over, the cafe that is at the base of the tower of House Serrata, Graves is actually sitting there with his coffee. Oh, Elios. A word.
Okay. I'm not in trouble, am I? Okay, good.
You are in debt, though.
Yes.
Just wanted to take a moment to speak to you about it.
Okay.
And ask you what your plan was.
That is a good question.
I'm telling you, Cass is gonna end up paying off his debt. Our debt. Like last time.
Can you make the bill out to Dio Ishiros?
No.
Okay.
I could. Certainly. I could also see you asking your teammates for help. But I also think that there's something important about taking on the responsibility yourself.
I agree with that. And he kind of looks at the coffee shop. How many employees are there?
Like 3.
Do they need one more?
He kind of catches you guys. That would certainly
Be a star.
be an option. However,
Retail.
Payoff 500 gold. Not so much.
unless you wish to be paying off this debt until past your graduation, another option might do better.
Holy crap, I took out a student loan.
You did. You took out 50K.
You know, it's
College.
scary that yes, in game, and yes, outside of game.
Gotcha.
I gotta update my banking information on that student loan.
Huh?
Nothing.
People need to know.
There is actually. I want to know. I want to see in Strixhaven how much.
What, like how much you can make by...
It's 5 gold a week.
That's
That's actually not
that's
bad.
not bad.
That'd be 10 weeks.
Is
Yeah.
it still...
Huh?
No,
That's
what?
not
No, that's 100 weeks.
100 weeks.
Oh. Math.
Now,
So-
assuming...
We're not good at math.
But that's minus missions,
Yeah.
minus breaks. Because it's only.
Minus taxes.
What's the tax rate here?
Yeah, what's the tax rate of Arklands?
You're
Probably
not,
like
you're not a citizen.
26%.
Okay. That's fair.
You might be a citizen of Eris, but you're also not living there, so.
Holy crap, is Ellen documented?
Most likely.
I said it.
I don't know.
You're definitely dogging it.
You might
Your
be
dad-
the only one.
No, I think you would, but like
In a weird way.
in a weird way. You are definitely. You got nothing.
Miss me with that.
Ariel has some kind of
I
like
never
forged
paid
paperwork
taxes.
somewhere.
No, it's not even forged. It's just like the equivalent of being a citizen of like some random island in the middle of the Pacific, or like a sovereign state, like
Yeah.
like being a citizen of the Vatican but living in Italy or something like that. It's like you have paperwork. It's correct. It's unique and a little weird, but it is technically correct.
Valid.
Anyway.
Yes.
Wild.
It's my understanding that the specialty of your magic is that of creation.
Yes.
Might I recommend spending some time crafting an item?
I mean, I already make armor. I'm pretty good at it.
A magic item.
Huh.
If you're able to find a good buyer, and even an uncommon item can sell for as much as 600.
That's not a bad idea. What kind of item do you think?
That is entirely up to you.
Bless you.
I would advise... creation is not my area of expertise. However, there are many in this school that are well equipped to answer those questions.
Okay, I now have something else to do when I head over to House Kaio. Okay.
A perfect start.
Okay, I'll come up with something, and I will have you paid back at some point. But I will
Take
pay
your
you
time,
back.
but do not expect any other loans until this one is paid off.
I do not expect any loans from you. I appreciate what you gave me.
Good. All right. Have a good day.
1 second, and he gets a line for coffee.
Here, and he'll toss you a silver. This one's on me.
Yes.
What's a silver to get a cup of coffee?
No, but it's
Yeah.
like keep the change.
Yeah.
$10.
Nowadays, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, ooh,
Depends.
he gets the best cup.
He gets the vent.
He gets the L-size cup of coffee.
Venti
Isn't there a
size.
size bigger than Venti?
Trenta.
Trenta, there you go.
Yeah, 30 ounces.
Oh, good
They
lord.
only do that for ice drinks, though. They don't sell that
that
for the hot drinks.
that kid is gonna just be wired. Those poor people at Kyle. Anyway,
Thank God
Like, we'll
Cass
just finally
is
match
out
the
of the
energy.
school right now.
So yeah, you make your way to House Kaio. It's bustling. Students upper years. Some of them, quite a few of them, currently working at the forge. And you're realizing why the massive forge in the center of the tower is so big, because there are like 15 students simultaneously using it.
jeez.
Because it's just a pool of molten lava that they're able to use to heat metal, and then bringing it over to different anvils and pneumatic hammers and all sorts of fun equipment and the clang of metal on metal. Sigalora is in his usual spot, sitting in the middle of the molten lava.
Just vibing.
Actually currently instructing, and giving advice to different students as they're working around him.
I was gonna wait for him to finish. Then he's not gonna interrupt. But let's see.
A few minutes go by, and you do realize like this is not a short term. This is like this will be going for a while. But
What are they doing?
each one is working on like a different project.
Is there an open anvil?
Huh?
Is there an open anvil?
Yeah.
L just gets right into rhythm.
Okay,
He
absolutely.
jumps right in.
Okay. There are not like just raw materials provided though.
Okay. Well, L's just practicing, so I'm going to use performance of creation to create the materials that I need.
Okay. Yeah. Let me double check exactly how.
Maximum value of 60 gold.
And is it permanent?
No. So it's just something to work with. It'll go away after a while.
Okay. Let me just take a look. Just lasts for 2 hours. Maximum value is 80 gold now.
Oh, it went up!
Yeah.
Let's go! How much is protein metal?
More than that.
Dang it.
You could generate.
You could get like
an iron short sword.
you could get like that much protein iron maybe.
That looks like enough for a ring.
You are a blacksmith, not a jeweler.
That's a metal. Who made the rings? Who made the elven rings of power?
Yeah, but he was also like.
That
basically
it
a
is
god.
true that smith's tools and jewelers tools are different
separate proficiencies.
proficiencies.
This is not Skyrim. You can't go to a forge and then just make rings.
I can do what I want. Now, does it work? Different question.
It comes out like kind of rugged and a little spindly, and it's like, that's a good looking ring.
I would like to try and make a pair of bracers.
Okay. Out of
Copper, something easy to you know.
okay, sure, yeah, easy enough. Bronze would probably be the
Yeah, we can go with bronze.
yeah
That'll work.
if you want them to actually like be
Yeah.
useful as armor.
This is just for.
I know, but
Okay.
no,
But yeah, I
no
get what
point
you're
in
saying.
practicing with a material that you won't actually use.
true.
Fair enough.
This is a good
So
point.
he makes copper and tin.
Yep.
With performance of creation.
Yeah, you're easily able to make enough of that for that.
What are you laughing at?
Video games are educational. I learned that in a Viking game.
Oh, I didn't learn that from Valheim.
What'd you learn it from?
Take a wild guess.
RuneScape.
Good man.
I didn't even play the game, and I
That is
know.
also
I
what
know
taught me.
that.
Let's go. Working my way up to steel.
So, okay, do you have proficiency with smith's tools?
Yes, I do.
Okay, then go ahead and make me getting there. There we go. Make me a check using strength and proficiency.
Got it.
You're proficient with the tools.
Yep.
And I think strength would be appropriate. So
Okay. Do I have advantage?
no.
Okay.
You do have inspirations, though.
No, I'm not going to use it for this. That's a 9 at the moment. This
9.
is learning. Failure helps.
Yeah. You're getting used to the equipment. You get the metal red hot and take it over to the hammer, and you're just like, okay. And it's like a foot pedal that you press down, and it causes the hammer to just dong dong. You just absolutely demolish it. So you just have kind of just a pile of red hot slag. That doesn't work too well.
No, I don't think I could put these on my hands.
No.
I'm going to try again, though.
Hello, by the way.
Hi. Thank you for allowing me to just kind of slide on in.
It's open to everyone.
It's a good way to run it. I like it. There's a lot of people here, too.
Yes, most of them of this house, not all.
Hopefully that we can all create things that help our friends and fellow students succeed on missions. So,
Turns and starts giving advice to another one. So go ahead and make. Do you try again?
Oh, of course.
Okay. Go ahead and make another check. And I'll say add an additional +5 because Sigalora is going to actively give advice as you're doing it as well.
So one thing about being a bard, expertise, your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make with the chosen proficiencies. Does that count towards tools? So my proficiency bonus would be doubled.
You have to choose. It's of the skills that you choose.
Okay, so it would not be doubled. Okay, cool. So that would be +10 now. 18.
18. Yeah, with that, it takes like an hour and a half and you know that you're kind of getting close to the end of when this material will be viable before it just vanishes. But you do get something. It's not like super great, but it's like it's the shape. It's the right. You were able to get the metal alloyed. I don't know how long this stuff actually takes. We're going to roll with it. Magic.
Yes, there we go. That's the perfect excuse. Why is it this way? Magic.
Exactly.
Are you looking up how long it takes bronze to cool?
Okay, you can make like you can turn the copper and tin to bronze in like under an hour. So cool. And so like it's not polished. There's a lot of rough edges, but you have the rough shape. You were able to alloy the materials. So yeah, it's given the time constraints and the and everything else. You're pretty happy with it.
Okay.
Good.
I'm not used to these tools, but I did help my father with his weapons shop back home. So it's just unfortunately this one's going to disappear right about now. And then it goes
And
away.
they kind of just, in a flash of light, just.
I need to get myself some actual materials.
We do have purchasable materials.
See, that's the issue. I don't have any money.
Well, there are on-campus jobs. Or ask a friend.
Do you have a scrap pile?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. It's a 25.
Come by later.
Okay. How much later?
This evening.
Will do. And then Elle just kind of watches everyone else for a little while. He wants to see if anyone's making magic items, so he'll kind of watch their...
Okay, go ahead and make a...
Arcana.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Yeah.
Arcana. 18.
18.
Let's go. 19 minus 1.
Okay.
No, I have way too many. They're so good, though.
Hey, look at you. You're starting to learn your limits. You're not eating 43 cookies in a day.
Rude. It was only 37.
It was not. It was at least 40.
I actually...
You ate two-thirds of my batch in a day.
They were good.
I mean, it was a great compliment to me, but, you know, also, show a little restraint. You can barely eat my cookies now.
I can't eat your cookies now.
You say you can't?
I can't.
Ah,
Messes me up.
no.
Too much. Makes me sad.
I thought you could still have a couple.
No, I can appreciate the aroma, though.
Okay.
The smell is enough.
Can you have the cookie dough?
You should make a candle company.
Do it.
Yeah, the guy who could barely smell makes a candle company. That's
I'll tell you
Hey,
that.
It's a great idea.
There are gonna be some strong candles if you can smell them.
That's true.
That's
That's
actually the thing
true.
with like Ben and Jerry's ice cream is that one of the guys, like his sense of smell is really bad, and so he can't taste really well. And that's why Ben and Jerry's specifically is so flavorful because they keep adding flavor until that guy is able to be like, yes, that is
Perfect.
I can taste it. Great, my tongue is swollen.
Quit being a baby.
That's funny.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, give me a
History
second.
tidbit for the day. Thank you.
Oh wow, do they have a little bit of chocolate? I can't feel my nose.
All I can think of is that the video of the guy who's tasting the ice cream with the golden spoon.
Yeah, just a little bit of the texture.
Got it aired out.
What are you looking up, Trey?
Don't worry about it.
I love that.
Are you gonna play it? Let's go.
I love the edit where like just starts
just
putting
zooms
the
in.
clip.
Yes.
Yeah, the clip of his. And at one point his eyes become the mouth. Oh.
That man
Yeah.
took himself 100% serious too.
Yeah, and the
That's the
man
best
probably
part.
makes buku bucks doing it. Cause that's a skill, man.
Ignore it. Ignore it.
Buku bucks?
Yeah, you never heard that before?
No
Not
one's ever
once
heard that.
in my life.
I've heard that before.
That must be a northern thing.
I don't know.
Okay,
Definitely ain't a southern thing.
Apparently.
L.
Yes.
Ryan.
Hi.
Oh, honey.
Has the crow flown the coop?
Assuming she was ever in.
That's a good point.
You see a tall figure, full armor. I need to check and see if I have this person's character sheet. I think I do. I do.
Buku means many or a lot in French.
Yeah.
So apparently,
You know what? Fair enough.
Apparently, that's where it comes from.
Well, I don't speak French, that's why.
Yeah.
Stranger
Heavy
to dumb.
metal armor. A large helmet that has a kind of like the front of the helmet resembles like the boilerplate on a furnace where it has like the slits
Whoa.
down and just
So it's Goblin Slayer.
I think so.
Okay, the classic full helm from RuneScape. With this, yes. Look up Goblin Slayer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exactly like Goblin Slayer.
Yeah.
Oh, this dude's cool.
With large protruding metallic horns, and is currently using one of the pneumatic hammers to etch a arcane sigil into a shield.
Interesting.
Just
Is this a student?
Is this a word?
you don't know.
Is this a student?
Dude walks
You don't
around in full armor 24/7.
I was gonna. I know, right? It's like it's gotta be bad for your field of vision there. I was gonna kind of walk a little bit closer and kind of just look at it, watch. Do I recognize the sigil at all?
Make another Arcana check.
No, I got lucky once. I can't get lucky twice in a row. I think I can. 18 again.
You have a negative.
You don't recognize like the entire thing,
Okay.
but you do recognize that parts of it, essentially. Like if it was like a big equation, or I'm trying to think of a good example, but you recognize parts of it, just not what it is as a whole.
Yeah.
You see parts for being lightweight. You see parts for
Calligraphic language would be a very good equivalent to what you're saying. You can recognize some of the different calligraphy, but not all of it. You can read bits and pieces of what that is.
Yes, I don't think calligraphic is the right word.
No,
but
it's I can't remember what the type.
Cuneiform?
Not cuneiform. It's the Japanese language is written in this particular style.
But that's exactly so lightweight. You see something that you recognize as like on there were spears that your dad used to make that would return to the thrower's hand.
Is this Captain America shit?
I was just thinking that.
And it does not click in your head. Just like, why would that be on a shield?
Yeah.
Doesn't
click in El's head.
Yeah. You do recognize some of that.
El kind of looks at it.
Kind of just takes a break. Kind of. There's the clang of metal on metal as he brushes the kind of like with pencil shavings.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's kind of just brushing it off. And
do you expect to have to call that to you or something?
This one made for throwing.
Why would you throw a shield? Aren't you supposed to hold on to it?
Usually. This works. Not always.
Huh. So is that how you make it magical?
One method.
It seems like a pretty simple method. Well, even I could do.
You need to do the research to each etched enchantment is unique for the item. It's not one pattern that you can apply to all the different ones. You have to figure out the right resonance, the right one for the specific impurities in each item. More work than it seems. But, maybe. And it comes back to his hand. I need y'all to understand that in the Book of Many Things source book that they put out, the boomerang shield, which allows you to make a ranged weapon attack and comes back to your hand, was officially added to D&D.
Amazing.
Wow. Amazing. I love it.
So this is an official item. You can have Captain America's shield.
I love it.
Let's see. Are you a student here?
Was.
Oh, they let you come back and use the forge.
Sigalora and I have an understanding.
It must be nice.
Well, yes.
What do you normally do then?
Huh?
If you graduated, then you're a hero.
Yes, we're taking a bit of a break.
Could you show me how to do that thing that you did? How to identify the resonance of the metal. Create something magical out of it.
I can try, but give me 1 second. Sorry, I am trying to remember. You good?
What are you two doing?
Oh, I'm doing something separate
Oh,
from
okay,
what
good.
she's doing. All right, I think she's looking for the same thing that I'm looking for, though.
What are you two looking for?
I'm looking for Amy's conspiracy board.
Oh boy.
I sent you that in a screenshot. Yeah, so if we go to Google Docs and
not
or
much of a
sorry, go to
teacher.
Drive.
But Siglora
Share with me.
and Risha.
And
Remind me who Risha was.
Risha is the woman in charge of the souls.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for the information, Mr.
There we go. Thanks, buddy.
Forge.
I knew it!
There it is.
Is he a Warforged?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make a flat intelligence check so that I can inform you of what your entire party is figuring out in terms of meta knowledge?
Trey, you just asked the guy in your group here,
Yes.
who's got a -2 to his intelligence,
Yeah.
to make a flat intelligence roll.
Yep.
You don't actually want to give us this information, do you? At all? That's a 16.
You recall that when Kepri was telling you about Rose's team,
That's what I wanted to confirm from notes.
Yep.
one of the members was a Forge Domain cleric, Warforged.
Oh boy. Oh
What was
boy.
that?
Whatever it was a 1.
So L's eyes get wide, and before he can stop himself, you know Rose. I probably should not have said that, but I was gonna see if he was gonna make that wisdom save, but that was a natural 1.
Wouldn't you have seen an image of him from Kepri?
Yep.
Oh, we would have? That's right. Well,
You
okay.
did, in
L
your
is. L's not very bright, and he
No,
doesn't
that's
remember a whole lot of things. He remembers that.
That was 6 weeks ago.
That is
It
true.
was. I did. Yes.
I don't believe she's dead. I just don't. I was a friend. I worked on her weapon. I helped
Oh,
her.
you're L.
Well, you know my name?
She was, very proud that her weapon would be one of your first projects.
That was a good one. Well, considering I believe my weapon is the reason she's not here, I don't know how to take that.
Elios. I was there. The weapon had nothing to do with it.
Still, if I'd been stronger, then maybe.
And you have landed on why my team is not currently doing active heroics. Because every single one of us is asking that same question. Come. I don't eat, but you do.
He will go and hang out with Forge.
I actually have he kind of looks over and just, how are you with spicy?
I like it.
Good. We're in the right place.
Greek.
Kaio's Cafe is spicy.
Yup.
Yep. So he will buy lunch for you.
Okay.
Um,
How kind of him. I've been treated twice today. Let's go.
kind of sit down and I don't know if she'd be proud or if she'd tried to dissuade you. from being here.
It's because of her that I am here.
And she would either hug you for that or punch you for it.
She might do both, actually. Knowing her.
Very, very likely.
Yeah. I just think that this place is the best way for me to help as many people as I can. Get stronger. Make sure that those who go out can come home.
This is why I do what I do as well. Why I'm here. Trying to make better armor, better shield, better anything.
Her weapon was the first weapon I ever really worked on. I can't help but wonder if I'd done more before that. I know you say it wouldn't have changed anything, but that's not easy to believe.
I know that she could have had Cassandra's sword. And I do not think things would have changed that day.
What happened?
I'm gonna need you to make a persuasion check.
Do I get advantage?
No.
Dang it.
And the DC is very high.
Inspiration. How many people had Oreos?
I had Oreos.
One. I want to stick with those dice.
Give me an Oreo. Take another inspiration.
I have to wait until you put it in your pie hole. There we go. 28.
What was the DC?
25.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Magic cookie.
Heck yeah, it was a magic cookie. Let's go.
You ask a lot of questions. You like her. You know, I was thinking I shouldn't be telling you this. But I don't work here.
That is true. You don't.
And I'm no longer student.
You are not. So you're not under any obligation to not tell me.
So I can do what I want.
You are a free warforged
Man.
man. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, and there's this kind of odd echo to his voice
Oh, yeah.
coming from the helmet. That is his head. Integrated armor,
Monster
baby.
people too.
They are. They have souls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can be healed. It's the whole thing. In a few years, you will be shown a different world. A dangerous world. The remnants of that which came before this material plane.
There was a world before this world?
It broke.
Hmm.
And it is still broken.
Hmm.
There are many powerful things Most of them dangerous. And its tendency to be dangerous, powerful, and unexplored, well, a lot of people have interest. There are creatures there that do not have souls, not like you or I. They are manifestations of something, not living creatures, not really. They are alive, but they are different. They defy categorization. The fact that these creatures are dangerous, but also possess no morality, means that the Shattered Realm is a very good place to train against the weaker ones. You can still pack a punch. And then the bigger ones. It's like fighting a god. We fought them before.
The big ones?
Never killed one. But able to hold their own.
I guess if you assume that you can come back here safely, there's not much to worry about.
Safety or hubris. Or both. This one was different. Smarter than the others. Most of them pure instinct. Like wild beasts. Destruction everywhere they go. I was not kidding when I say they are manifestations. We fought creatures that embodied fire, disease, light and darkness.
Are these pure magic beings?
Eight had his theories, but I do not know. The one we fought was a manifestation of magic. Spells had no hold. And it was smarter. Split us up.
Could it speak?
Not that I could see.
What does the school call it?
Fesinos.
Oh, it's already in here.
We were given that name in like episode 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they think the fact that it was... Well, no, they said her shadow was stolen. Do you think the fact that it was manifestation of magic partially to play for her not coming back?
No.
Insight. He believes him. That was a 5. So what do you think?
I think you are right.
That she's out there somewhere. And we need to find out where. What? You're hard to read, but I can tell you want to say something. As he stares at the non-moving helmet.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
25.
Your persuasion is stupid high for how low level you are.
You're darn right. Give me the lore.
Rose is very smart. Possibly the best fighter of us.
Oh, thank you. As the food comes to the table. Sorry, you were saying.
She also had access to the vault.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that Rose was put into a position when we fought the Facinos. That was not strategically sound.
You gotta remember, man, El's dumb. I don't know if he's gonna be able to figure this out. Nope,
I would say an insight check.
doesn't matter. That's a 7.
I do not know if she was fighting her best that day.
You're saying that she wanted it to kill her?
I do not know.
But you insinuate it.
I know that I believe that she had options she did not take.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it does not. But I also know what I saw. Either she was a fool, or she was trying to fool someone.
Is there anyone that El can think of from his past?
Perhaps everyone.
Rose, what are you doing? Well,
I have not told the others.
I appreciate you telling me. What class is he?
Forge?
Yeah,
Cleric.
cleric. Okay. Do clerics have access to scrying?
I think Einar did, but sometimes it's dependent on what type of cleric.
I think
you
they
are.
do have scrying as a spell.
Yep.
Forge.
Hmm.
If you had something of hers, could you find her?
That has been tried
Okay.
a number of times.
But it's been blocked. Well, my brain sufficiently hurts. I don't know what to think. I just know I need to find her now and figure out what she's doing.
If you do, let me know.
I
You're the
definitely
only one to have words with her.
I know someone who would like to have quite a few words with her. I'm currently on the same team as his brother, the dingus. Caspian Tenet is on my team.
Interesting.
Yes.
And you have an elf.
Yes. Very good friend of mine and my father's.
A pallid elf.
Is that so odd?
And the tabaxi.
Well, no. We were supposed to, but he did not show.
I see.
Why?
I also. Cannon Tenant. 8 wins, the tabaxi. And Naket. Pallid elf.
I don't see the resemblance here. Anyway. Are you saying our teams were purposefully mirrored?
I don't know. There's a lot of
Coincidences.
similarities, though. Yeah.
Maybe we should keep in touch.
Yeah. But for now, I have a project to finish.
And I have things to learn. So thank you for your time today. I appreciate it.
Likewise. I will see you around.
That you will. Anyways, because he had been talking the whole time.
Yep.
Food is not cold, but still spicy.
It's not cold.
Oh. Oh boy.
The tower is a massive forge.
Oh, we're still okay. Cool.
is toasty.
It's very
So
toasty.
toasty.
The most popular tower in the winter.
Well, now that we got that info dump,
You are feeding us hints on a golden platter.
I updated the conspiracy board.
thank you. I need my own conspiracy board now.
I rolled to see if how much information he had by having him make an insight check. And he rolled a natural 20.
You got a lot of info. You roll very well on your persuasion.
And then you roll 2 bonkers persuasion checks.
We needed this last campaign.
Yeah, because we were too dumb to actually look for info.
Now we're getting all the info early on.
I like it. Let's go. Story. I didn't know what happened. So what? She sacrificed herself to try and. I'll leave it for the conspiracy board.
But how long have we been for?
About 2 hours.
About 2 hours?
Less than 2 hours.
I do think that with that conversation concluded, that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
No, wait. Did my thing go off? Did my plan work?
Not yet.
Oh, man. Okay.
Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Good night.